This is really awkward sliding in halfway through the series. Can we all just pretend I've been here this whole time? You have no idea how excited I am for Kazuchi to return. I always hoped he'd come back, and I assumed he would since he is, part of the name. But the longer they left it, the more convinced I was that he really did just get killed during his debut episode and that's it. Now I can't help but question a few things. Could they have revived him this entire time? When a human gear was hacked and subsequently killed, they'd always be not revived as such, they'd revert back to who they were before they gained singularity. But that was still a thing that would happen. But it didn't happen for Kazuchi. Aruto gave Subaru a speech about how all Kimagure are his family, even his brother. And that was it. Was the Kazuchi not revived because, despite the claims that he's just as much family as everyone else, he was still a member of Metsubo Jinrai, and therefore not worthy of a second chance? Was it because he was destined to be deactivated anyway after training Subaru? So after all that, the hassle just wasn't worth it? Why reactivate him just to deactivate him again? Because honestly, I have feelings about the fact that Kazuchi was going to be deactivated when his job was done was just brushed past. Wasn't that just a little bit disturbing? Why were people okay with that? Why was Aruto okay with that? The response to, I'm going to be killed once I've trained you, maybe shouldn't have been, oh, they're just like real brothers. But that's something to get into another day. Was it just too complicated given he's an older model? Was it just not possible? They had to revive him in the first place, did they just keep his body in storage and that's how? But then why does he have modern ears now? Am I overthinking this? Of course I bloody am, but that's the fun of it. Second of all, are we actually getting Horobi content? Is he actually about to get more than one line? Is he actually allowed to do stuff now? It's been 84 years! Now I'm anxious, because I'd rather him have no content than be painted as someone beyond redemption. Or is everyone forgetting that he too was hacked by the Ark? It breaks my heart every time I see someone talking about Horobi's plans. They're not Horobi's plans, they're the Ark's plans. Horobi's only crime is being one of the most intelligent AIs. I'm just so worried about that being forgotten. The summary says we're going to learn about Horobi's true intentions, and that terrifies me. I hope it's something familial and not, surprise, Horobi is the true mastermind behind this whole thing. Because again, he was hacked. He was effectively brainwashed. This is not his fault. All I want is for Horobi to reach singularity through parental love for Jin or something. I am gonna need so many ciders for this. I'm not even thinking about Jin and Naki having to choose sides. The correct answer is at Horobi's side. I am really intrigued to see Horobi and Kazuchi interact. I'm interested to know what kind of relationship they have. I think Sunagawa said that Ikazuchi was probably someone Horobi could trust. And back then, they saw it as Ikazuchi being the oldest child, Ansatsu-chan as the youngest child, and Jin as the middle child. I'm really interested to see if that turns out to be the case. All I want is one big happy family. I don't expect a lot of answers, at least not the ones I'm looking for, but I'd love to know how the spy arrangement took place. I just hope we get any degree of backstory at all. I hope Ikazuchi and Subaru get to interact again. I hope they get a scene together. I want Haruto to see Ikazuchi being a good older brother, because loving brothers can also be spies. What are you talking about? And good dads can be hacked and manipulated by a genocidal satellite. I just want to put that out there too. I hope Haruto learns that Horobi is in fact Jin's dad, and he has some degree of sympathy, and it turns him away from fighting him. When we and they learned that Horobi was a parent Humagir who was hacked by the Ark, I expected Haruto at least to have feelings about that, to maybe struggle fighting him the next time we saw him. I want Haruto to learn that Jin was a child when he killed him. He was essentially a grieving 5-year-old with access to weapons. It still bothers me that Haruto doesn't know that yet, he doesn't know their relationship. It also bothers me that Izu taunting Jin about his dad dying was never addressed. Again, she didn't know that, but I wish Jin had brought it up. That was mean. There are so many things I wish had happened and didn't. I wished Horobi would have found out Jin's death while he was in the Ames basement. But really, above all else, all I really want is for Horobi to be saved, because he is hacked and being manipulated by the Ark. I'm not expecting to see Ikazuchi next episode. I'm assuming Horobi gets the key next episode, and Ikazuchi is revived either at the end or in the episode after. Anyway, this is my first video, so I'm not going to be arrogant enough to expect anyone to actually be here. If you are, hello, I love and appreciate you. But I wish I'd have been doing this since the start of the series, because I've had a lot to say, it turns out. But I intend to do an airing my thoughts video after each episode now that we're out of the tournament arc and back on the Merciful Jinlai family, it seems. I'm not going to do like and subscribe because, I mean, no buggers here. It's quite freeing actually, I can say what I want. What would be a good thing to say at the end actually? Metsubo Jinlai neto ni zetsuk, aku no ishi no mama ni. That's it, that's my outro.